right, let's talk about sleep. It's this thing we spend, about a third of our lives doing, and yet for most of us, it's still kind of this big mystery. We're going to peel back the curtain and see what's really going on when your head hits the pillow. And you'll see why getting a handle on it might just be the most productive thing you do all day long. So let's just jump right in with the big question, the one I'm sure is on your mind. How much sleep do you really need? Is it 6 hours? 8? 10? I mean, the answer is so crucial. It's the key to unlocking pretty much everything, from your mood to your memory. So yeah, let's figure this out. Wow, just look at that number. 1/3. To really let that sink in, that's how much of your entire life you will spend asleep. And listen, it is not lost time, not at all. It's the super important, super active process that basically shapes the quality of the other 2/3 of your life. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking right now. I've heard the 7 to 9 hour rule a million times. And you're not wrong, that is the general guideline we all hear about. But that simple number, it barely scratches the surface. The real story, the interesting part, isn't just about how long you're out, but what's happening inside your brain while you are. So, with that, let's actually take a little journey through a typical night of sleep. Because what feels like just, turning off for a while is actually this incredibly complex and really beautifully organized sequence of events. First things first, to really get a grip on sleep, you gotta understand its architecture. Yeah, that's what scientists call it. And all it means is that your sleep isn't just one long, flat state. Nope. Instead, it's a structured cycle of different stages, and each one has a very specific job to do. So you've got these two main types of sleep. You have NREM, which stands for non-rapid eye movement, and then you've got REM, which is rapid eye movement sleep. Now, during NREM, your brainwaves slow way down, your body relaxes, it's all about rest and repair. But then, you hit REM sleep, and boom, everything just kicks into high gear. Your brain becomes super active, almost like you're awake, your eyes start darting back and forth, and yep, this is where your most vivid, crazy dreams happen. Okay, so this chart here breaks down what a typical night looks like. You can see about half your night is spent in stage 2 sleep. That's a light but still really restorative phase. Then, about a quarter of your time is spent in that super active REM sleep we just talked about. But here's what's so fascinating. See that little slice of deep, slow-wave sleep? That's maybe 20% of your night, but it's absolutely crucial, and you get most of that in the first half of the night. Then, as you get closer to morning, your brain starts prioritizing REM sleep. It's just a brilliant, dynamic system, right? So why do we even care about all this cycling? Why does it matter? Well, because each stage has a seriously vital role to play. Think of deep sleep as your body's prime time for physical repair. It's strengthening your immune system, healing tissues, all the physical stuff. REM sleep, on the other hand, that's for your brain. It's busy consolidating memories, processing emotions, basically regulating your mood for the next day. If you skimp on either one, trust me, you are going to feel it. Okay, so what happens when this whole delicate sleep architecture just collapses? The consequences? Well, they go way beyond just feeling a little groggy in the morning. They can be really serious, and sometimes even dangerous. Check out this quote. This comes from a real report by the National Transportation Safety Board. For an air traffic controller, forgetting important information isn't like, forgetting where you put your keys. It's a critical life or death error. And it's one of the most common side effects of being seriously tired. And just look at this. This gap is staggering. So air traffic controllers working a midnight shift, they're getting an average of just 2.3 hours of sleep beforehand. Now, compare that to the recommended 7+ hours for adults. This isn't just a small deficit, this is a massive sleep debt that just tanks your judgment and your reaction time. And the danger here isn't just about those split-second moments. I mean, chronic sleep loss takes a heavy, heavy toll on your long-term health. We're talking an increased risk for pretty much everything, from heart disease and high blood pressure to depression. The key thing to get here is that this isn't a problem you can just power through. Your body keeps score. All right, so seeing just how high the stakes are brings us right back to where we started. That big question. What is the right number for you? How can you actually figure out your own personal sleep needs? So here are the official expert guidelines. As you can see right here, our needs change pretty dramatically throughout our lives. You got teenagers who need like 8 to 10 hours, while most adults generally need 7 or more. This is an awesome starting point.
But let me ask you this. Have you ever gotten a full 8 hours and still woken up feeling totally exhausted? I bet you have. That's because the number of hours you're in bed is only half the equation.
Exactly. Sleep quality matters just as much as sleep quantity. If your sleep is constantly getting interrupted, you're waking up, tossing and turning, then you're not smoothly cycling through those essential sleep stages. Your body and your brain are just missing out on their scheduled maintenance, and that leaves you feeling unrested no matter how long you are technically in bed. So, really, the best way to find your own magic number is to just check in with yourself. Be honest. Are you actually productive and happy on 7 hours of sleep? Do you depend on that morning coffee and that afternoon coffee just to get through the day? Your answers to these kinds of questions will tell you way more than any clock ever could.
Okay, now for the good news. You absolutely have the power to dramatically improve your sleep. And it doesn't have to be some super complicated overhaul of your life. So let's walk through a simple little playbook to get you started. Tonight. This is a fantastic framework. It's called the 10-3-2-1-0 rule, and it's basically a simple countdown to better sleep. Here's how it works. 10 hours before bed, no more caffeine. 3 hours before bed, no more big meals or alcohol. 2 hours before, wrap up all your work. 1 hour before bed, power down all the screens, your phone, the TV, all of it. And finally, when that alarm goes off in the morning, 0, as in you hit this snooze button 0 times. Don't do it.
And beyond that cool little rule, it's really about focusing on the foundations. Try to stick to the same sleep schedule, yep, even on weekends. Turn your bedroom into a sleep sanctuary. You want it cool, dark, and quiet. And create some kind of relaxing wind-down routine that signals to your body, hey, it's time to rest. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. We invest so much time and energy into our careers, our fitness, our relationships, all the important stuff, right? But are you truly investing in that 1/3 of your life that makes all the rest of it even possible? Because a really good day always starts the night before.